You probably fell into one of two parenting categories. The first, give it to me, I'll do anything at this point, I need help. Or the second, what parent has time to read a book? And family, we get it. Parenting is full on, but the books contained in this list will help you ease up. We hope you will be able to take some time and read a few. You and your family will be better for it. 1. Weird Parenting Wins by Hilary Frank. The full title of this book is actually Weird Parenting Wins, Bathtub Dining, Family Screams, and Other Hacks from the Parenting Trenches, and it's a series of real-life hacks that parents have rarely used in moments of desperation. The expert advice from parents in the trenches includes things like getting your child to eat their beetroot by promising it could turn their poop pink. It's laugh out loud and also a truly ingenious book of tried and tested parenting tips that you can relate to. The book covers all ages, and like children's conversations, no topic is off limits. It offers advice on hygiene, potty training, and manners in the chapter, The Art of Getting Your Kid to Act Like a Person. It's worth a read and will become a go-to in your hour of need. 2. What No One Tells You by Simon and Schuster. This book, written by a reproductive psychiatrist, flips the lid on the feelings of new motherhood rather than just a focus on the physical body changes. It tackles the hard truth that pregnancy and childbirth are an emotional roller coaster. It addresses the shifting hormones and mommy brain or porridge brain, and all the ups and downs in between. The most important thing is that it helps you realize that all of this is part of the norm of pregnancy and motherhood. And for that, it's worth its weight in gold. It tells it like it is, and doesn't paint the fairy tale picture you're used to seeing online. 3. Peaceful Parent, Happy Kids, How to Stop Yelling and Start Connecting by Laura Markham. This groundbreaking guide by a clinical psychologist specializing in child development and parenting will help you to raise responsible, capable, happy kids. Dr. Laura Markham didn't thumbsuck her approach. She has based her advice on the latest research on brain development and extensive clinical experience with parents. The message that echoes through her writing is that by fostering emotional connection with your children, you create real and lasting change. This book could be the end of nagging, pleading, bribing, and threatening, and even punishing to get the behavior you want from your child. Dr. Markham guides you through your own complex emotions and helps you understand and foster healthy limits, empathy, and clear communication that you need to raise self-disciplined children. If you need more advice, be sure to watch our video, 15 Reasons Your Kid Doesn't Listen to You. 4. Crib Sheet by Emily Oster. If you're tired of hearing everyone's opinions on how best to raise a child, then find out the facts backed by stats in this book by economist Emily Oster. This interesting approach to parenting takes the guesswork out of advice and gives you cold, hard data. But the truth is, in this case, the numbers could seem like the comforting hug you always needed in the unknowns of parenting. This completely science and fact-based guide to parents has crunched the numbers and sifted through the studies on every topic, from how best to potty train to whether breastfeeding will make your child a genius. It's the ultimate cheat sheet for a new parent, and we highly recommend it. 5. Daring Greatly: How the Courage to be Vulnerable Transforms the Way We Live, Love, Parent, and Lead by Brené Brown. It really does seem that everything Brené Brown touches turns to gold. Well, her unique, courageous, vulnerable type of gold. According to Brown, raising children who are hopeful and who have the courage to be vulnerable means stepping back and letting them experience disappointment, deal with conflict, learn how to assert themselves, and have the opportunity to fail. If this is the first of Brené Brown's books you will ever read, we can assure you that it won't be her last. And new parents, remember to go and find all of these books on Audible. 6. How to Stop Losing Your Shit with Your Kids by Carla Noemberg. Nothing is more relatable for a parent than blowing your top when your kids just won't cooperate. But enter Carla Noemberg, PhD, a clinical social worker, and her unique method to help parents when their kids are pressing their buttons. She draws on evidence-based practices with a right mix of humor and reality checks to make it an entertaining read. And what you get out of it is a pragmatic approach that will help new parents or old parents feel empowered and more in touch with their stress points and how to handle them in frustrating family moments. Also, family, remember that your children don't need a perfect parent. All they need is a happy one. 7. How to Raise Successful People. Simple Lessons for Radical Results by Esther Wojcicki. We don't want to call Esther Wojcicki a supermom, but we don't want to not call her one either. After all, she is the mother of two heavyweights in the tech world, YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki and 23andMe founder Anne Wojcicki. Plus, to round it off, UCSF doctor and researcher Janet Wojcicki. That's 3 for 3 in the mega success department when it comes to child rearing. That's a pretty impressive innings for any parent. And if you're in the place where you can't imagine your child being able to stop losing things up their nose, then cuddle up to the Wojcicki wisdom and dream big. She draws on her own experience and the age-old wisdom of Frankie Goes to Hollywood and relax. And her second nugget is her advice for raising successful people called TRICK, which stands for Trust, Respect, Independence, Collaboration, and Kindness. 8. The Whole Brain Child, 12 Proven Strategies to Nurture Your Child's Developing Mind by Tina Payne-Bryson and Daniel Siege. Pairing a parenting expert, Tina Payne-Bryson, and a neuroscientist, Daniel J. Siege, should have happened long ago, but finally it has, in this book. This duo offers up clear explanations and age-appropriate strategies with pictures that explain child brain development. They unpack how a brain is wired and how it matures so that you can literally understand where your child's head is at. Once they have laid out an understanding of the brain, they then offer strategies to help you raise balanced children who can live meaningful and connected lives. Their strategies include Name It to Tame It, Coral raging right brain behavior through left brain storytelling, appealing to the left brain's affinity for words and reasoning to calm emotional storms and bodily tension. Engage, don't enrage. Keep your child thinking and listening instead of purely reacting. Move it or lose it. Use physical activities to shift your child's emotional state. Let the clouds of emotion roll by. Guide your children when they are stuck on a negative emotion, and help them understand that feelings come and go. Sift. Help children pay attention to the sensations, images, feelings, and thoughts within them, so that they can make better decisions and be more flexible. Connect through conflict. Use Discord to encourage empathy and greater social success. 9. Permission to feel. Unlocking the power of emotions to help our kids, ourselves, and our society thrive by Mark Brackett. There is no denying that emotional intelligence is one of the most valuable skills you need to succeed today. Helping your child develop their EQ will set them up for future success and a happier life. Mark Brackett, a professor at Yale University's Child Study Center and director of the Yale Center for Emotional Intelligence, uses his own parenting experiences to hone in an effective strategy to grow emotional intelligence. He suggests using an approach he likes to call RULER, an acronym for 5 key skills he has identified, namely recognizing emotions in oneself and others, understanding the causes and consequences of emotion, labeling emotions with precise words, expressing emotions, taking context and culture into consideration, regulating emotions effectively to achieve goals and well-being. This is what Permission to Feel subscribes for a happy, healthy child and parent. 10. Retro Baby by Dr. Zachary. When it comes to kids and babies, there is more gadgetry than there are kitchen appliances in the world. The truth is that all these gizmos and edutainment isn't going to ensure anything if it's not used 100% right all the time. That's where Dr. Zachary of the American Academy of Pediatrics comes in, with an entire book of ideas of simple activities for baby that will supersede any Fisher-Price toy you can get. And the best part? All of these activities use common household items or everyday items you can easily find. Boost your baby's development and don't break the bank. As baby grows, you can grow into the tips and toys found in the Retro Toddler book. Your future, well-rounded children will thank you. New parents, what is the best parenting advice you have ever received? Do you have any books you think new parents' family must read? Let us know in the comments below. And our bonus book for today, All the Rage by Darcy Lockman. We all love to think we've risen above typical gender roles, that we no longer need to divide lists of domestic responsibilities based on gender. But even in the most gender-neutral relationship, when a baby arrives, mom and dad tend to revert to the more traditional gender roles. The arrival of a dependent makes housework and the newly found childcare a different ballgame. It is this topic that Darcy Lockman uncovers in her new book. Lockman started out as a journalist, but then obtained a PhD in clinical psychology. She uses her experience to unpack why, despite massive transformation in the domestic space, women still do most of the household management, childcare, and mental labor for a family. If this sounds like your situation, maybe consider popping a copy of this in your spouse's Christmas stocking this year. Thanks for watching. We are so glad you joined us today. Remember to subscribe for more videos, and we appreciate your thumbs up.